Hey everybody, it's April with Gather Round with April, and today I am making cheesy spaghetti in the Ninja Foodi. So if you have a pressure cooker or a Ninja Foodi, definitely this recipe's for you. You could also make this easily on the stove. Fix your noodles, your spaghetti noodles, just as you would. Boil them and all that stuff, and then you could bake it in the oven probably. This recipe I've been making a long time, and it's actually from the Typical Mom. I do mine just a little bit different than their version, but it's still just as good. Let's get started here. So what I've got in my pot is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 onion that I diced up, and a pound of ground chuck. Now you could use I think the recipe says ground beef, or sausage, like hot sausage or mild sausage. But for my family with kids, I just do the ground chuck. So I'm going to turn this on saute. And I'm going to put it for temperature, I'm going to put about medium high. And then I'm just going to cook this, saute it until the onions are kind of translucent, and of course, the meat is cooked. I don't want it, not cooked. So I'm just going to cook it till, there's no pink in it, and the onions are translucent. And then what I do is at that point, I drain my meat and then add in my spices. So I'll be back. Okay, y'all, this is cooking up real nicely. It's about to get done here. Not sure you can see because of the smoke from it here. That's one thing I love about my Ninja Foodi is it cooks. It gets hot and it cooks evenly and it cooks fast. So let me see if I can do this and see if you can see. See that? Not sure if you can or not. It's about cooked all the way through here. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to turn my Ninja Foodi off. That way it'll start to cool off a minute, because I'm going to drain my meat and the onions. So see there? Can y'all see? There you go. Maybe you can see that. See, it's done. Alright, so I'm going to pull this out, pull my pot out, and drain my meat with the grease off and rinse it. And then I'll add my spices and I'll be back. Okay, so I rinsed and drained out my hamburger meat and olive oil with the onion, the diced onion, and I put it back in my pot. And then now I'm going to add to this, I have 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt and 1/4 teaspoon of table salt. So here's my salt. I'm going to add this in now to my pot, and then I'm going to stir it all up. And I'm adding the salts in now, the seasonings, because since I like to drain my meat and get the excess grease off, I didn't want to rinse off my seasonings. So I'm adding them in now. And then I'm just going to kind of make sure this is in here good. Just kind of spread it out across your pot there. See, that's all in the pot there. And then what I'm going to do is add my spaghetti sauce. And you just take a jar of spaghetti sauce. I've got Classico fire roasted tomato and garlic, and I'm going to pour that on top of this. So let me do that. Be right back. Okay, so I'm going to pour that in here. You're just going to kind of pour it around, all in there, but you're not going to stir it. That's the important part right here, is you do not stir this. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've still got some in my jar. So at this point, I'm going to add 2 cups of water to my jar. And I'm going to take my jar. See, I've added the 2 cups of water. Put your lid back on, and then you're going to shake this. Let me see if I can do this one-handed here. Okay, put your lid back on, and then you're just going to shake it real good. Shake it real good, and then you're going to pour it on top of this. And again, don't stir it. Alright, so I think I got that good and stirred there. Let me see if I can get it one-handed. Alright, see, it all come out of my lid pretty much. And here we go. I'm just going to add all that in there. And again, don't stir this. I know it's tempting to, but don't do it. So now I'm going to add about 8 ounces of spaghetti. Now, I don't really measure mine. I just kind of eyeball it. So let me get my spaghetti. Be right back. Now, I buy the wheat spaghetti or whole grain. I think it's wheat, actually. From Aldi. And I keep mine in this Tupperware dish container here that I love for spaghetti, for pasta. So that's another reason I kind of don't measure. But I think the recipe says if you have like a 16-ounce box, you're going to use about half of it. So I just kind of use what I think we need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some spaghetti out, and then you're just going to break it in 2. So let me get some, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got me a big handful here, and I just broke it in 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of, let me show you. I'm going to lace them across this way, straight across. You're just going to kind of fan this and then go across this way is how I do mine. So it's kind of crisscross. You see how I've got that? That way it fits in the pot good. It's small enough, and I'm going to do another layer. This way, this way, this way. Just kind of get it all in there like you have it there. And then I may add a little bit more, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to add some more here over this way. Fanfare it this way. You're basically just kind of going the opposite. Just kind of crisscross. Put a layer, straight across, then maybe a layer straight across this way or diagonally this way. You're just kind of basically trying to even it all out. So now what you want to do is take your spoon or spatula here that will work for your air fryer foodie. You don't want to scratch it up with a regular spoon. At least I don't mind. And you're just going to kind of push this down into the liquid. Now, as you can see, some of mine doesn't go all the way into the liquid, and that's okay, because it will. Okay, now see how I've got that? I just try my best to get what I can down in the liquid, but you don't want to, smash it so hard that you're breaking all the spaghetti and making a big splash. So, there's that. So, be right back. Now, I have turned my Ninja Foodi on pressure and put my pressure cooker lid on. Set my valve to seal. See here, it's on seal. And I set it for high for 9 minutes. I thought I'd videoed that, and apparently I did not hit the play. So, there you go. So, once that's done, you're going to do an immediate release, which means you're going to take your little handy-dandy trusty safety mitt here, and you're going to turn this from seal over to vent and immediately release the pressure. So again, that's on high for 9 minutes. So turn your pressure cooker on high for 9 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so the time just ended, and it was done, and I switched my valve over from seal to this. And now I'm just going to wait till that releases all of that pressure. And then I will open the lid and add a cup of mozzarella cheese. So I'll be back. Okay, now the time is up. See all the pressure that's released? The pin has dropped. So I'm going to open my lid. See all the steam coming out? It's hot. See? Now, let me set the lid down. I'll be right back. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of mozzarella cheese to this. And you're going to stir it so that it melts. Got a piece in there. I didn't want to come out. All right, now. So stir that real good until it melts. And it'll melt pretty quickly because this is really hot. I'm sure y'all can see how hot it is there from the steam. Okay, now what you're going to do is add another half cup of mozzarella cheese and a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. You can shred your own if you want. I was kind of in a hurry and just used the packaged cheese. So let me grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had just a little bit more, probably maybe 2 tablespoons extra of mozzarella in my bag. So I went ahead and just added that in too. As well. So I've got, what you should have is a half a cup of mozzarella and then a half a cup of Parmesan. So what you're going to do is just take that and sprinkle that on top of this. So you just sprinkle it on top like that. And then I'm going to even it out because I did not get enough over here in this corner. So I'm just going to very carefully add some over here. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to use your air crisper lid. So put your air crisp lid down. You're going to change this to air crisp, and the temperature is going to be 400, and you're going to do 5 minutes. So air crisp or air fry if you have a different version, a different brand. So you're going to air crisp or air fry it on 400 for 5 minutes now. So I'm going to push start and I'll be back. Okay, it just stopped. The time just stopped. And looky there, y'all. You have cheesy spaghetti in the Ninja Foodi. Or like I said, if you have a different type of air fryer and a different type of pressure cooker, that's okay. You can make this too. And I'm sure you can make it on the stove and then bake it, in the stove. Put it in your stove and turn the broiler on or something for a minute, or heat it long enough to where the cheese is melted on top, and then broil it for a second. You could easily do that. So once I cut into it, I'll get another picture for you. But there you go. My family loves this. I usually pair it with a Caesar salad. I like the Caesar salad kits that Aldi has, and I'll usually either do that and maybe some French bread or garlic bread or something, but tonight I'm just pairing it with salad. So there you go. If y'all make this, let me know if you tried it my way or followed the recipe to a T. Either way is fine. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like my post, share them, share my page so that I get the word out. The word gets out. Excuse me, I'll get it out here in a minute. So that the word gets out about my Facebook page. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching.